What is up, guys? I know, back so soon, still rocking a ponytail. I'll have it fixed by Mother's Day. I will. Today is Friday, May 9th, and I wanted to talk about something a little bit more depressing. I know I showed up a little chipper and all that, but yeah, we're still having a bit of a racial issue in this country because I did that Shiloh Hendricks video, the woman who said the N-word. I'm pretty sure everyone has seen it.
Call him the child? Did you call the child the word? It is my own business. You call him a nigger? Okay, why don't you have the boss to say it right now again?
Fuck you, nigga.
Okay. Alright, that's what you say.
If you haven't, please check that video out. This is a continuation because this is exactly what I was talking about, and this happened so suddenly. This looks like this happened like a week ago, May 1st, which is so wild. Now, here's the situation. There's a kid named Rodney Hinton, 18 years old. He was shot and killed by police officers because this dude was sitting in a stolen car with a gun, and apparently he pointed a gun at a police officer and they shot and killed him.
Craig, Tanya, a very emotional news conference wrapping up. You had family members multiple times breaking down into tears. It's obvious that this is still very fresh and very painful for them. We heard from attorneys representing the estate of Rodney Hinton, along with his own family, grandfather, grandmother, little sister, cousin. They wanted to share more about how they are remembering Hinton after his death. But the press conference began with attorneys offering condolences to the family of retired Hamilton County Sheriff's Deputy Larry Henderson. They consider his death another tragic loss. Family called the media here to speak on the life of Rodney Hinton, but also to raise questions after reviewing body camera footage from his death. Their main question is this: was the officer justified in using deadly force?
If I seen in the video about my grandson, I seen two scared people. I seen the officer scared, and I seen my grandson scared. So it's an unfortunate incident that happened. So that's all I seen. It was like, I didn't see the police there trying to kill. No. What I seen was two persons made a mistake. My grandson made a mistake being there, and the officer, he was trying to get back to his family too.
We're also learning more new information tonight. Hinton's family says he attended Don High School before it shut down. He was not in school at the time of his death. Family and attorneys didn't dispute otherwise that Hinton was sitting in a stolen car or had a gun on him at the time of the incident. His cousin says, however, he should not have been in that stolen car because he was locked out of the house the night before.
Now, there's a huge dispute going on because it is on body footage, but it is garbage. It is like 2005 YouTube quality. It's just really bad, and it's moving and it's so frantic. They did find a gun on him. Now, just like some people are speculating, is that really his gun or did they plant that on him? I have no clue. I want to see the end of the investigation. I'm not one of these people who are just like, oh yeah, the police are always correct. Oh bro, no, that is the dumbest way to think. And the person who is the suspect, I always try to keep everything as neutral as possible because you never know. Sometimes everyone on both sides is a massive piece of shit. That's usually always how it goes when there's just all this contention that's up in the air, but everyone has doing something dirty. That is usually how it always happens. Now, honestly, it is a really unfortunate, sad thing to see another person getting shot and killed by police, but bro, it is people just going out there doing the stupidest shit out there, just niggerish stuff. Yep, sitting in a stolen car with a gun with all other people, and what do you expect that's gonna happen? I don't understand this, but I feel bad for the family, but you'll understand until I keep going. Now, this entire thing happened, and this guy, his father, Ryan Hinton, his father, Rodney Hinton, he got so distraught that the next day he went out to a police officer, or I believe he was a former police officer. He was directing traffic, and he just ran over this guy and killed him just because the guy was a cop or a former cop, just out of the blue just ran this guy over the next day. Now, you could probably guess what are some of the reactions that people are having, like disgust and sadness, but especially for both sides of the family, like the guy who lost his son and the family who lost a father or grandfather, because this guy, he basically retired. No, the people were out here praising this guy going out and just murdering a random person because he was somehow affiliated with police.
I'm not saying I would have done what Rodney Hinton done, but I understand. Police shot his son in the back multiple times. What kind of rage do you think a parent would feel learning that the police had shot their son in the back? I would not have done that, but I understand. Hinton used his car to take a life, and the life of somebody who was not part of taking his son's life, but the level of anger and rage that he felt consumed him. I'm not saying I would have done it, but I understand.
This is why I find the Shiloh Hendricks thing so wildly disturbing. And it's not the Shiloh Hendricks thing, her part of it. I think her is just a really just kind of gross video where everyone in it's really bad, but she's the least worst person in it because she's just saying words. But you have a thief and a literal pedophile, allegedly, in the articles. I'm not 1,000% sure, the Somalian guy who recorded it. But the reason why this is so disturbing, because we have been seeing this over and over again, where you're having numerous black people going out and just murdering white people randomly, and it being praised for absolutely no reason. I saw this in my last video, and I will say it again. I learned this from my uncle. Black people are the only ones that will go out and celebrate failure. Why are people going out there and cheering for a random guy who was just killed and just ruin an entire event for a college? I believe it was at a college graduation, and you just ruin all those people's, like, one of the most important days of their lives. And people are going out there cheering, they're making fun of it, ha, kiki, and ha ha. Like, I have there's a video with all these comments. I want to show that after. Yeah, they filled up the courtroom with all these police officers. And that's the father there that ran over and hit the guy. And they were saying, like, this is some intimidation tactic or whatever. But it's like, I don't care. But it's just like, I don't understand. What he wasn't solving anything. And this is the guy that he hit. Yeah, Sheriff Deputy Larry Henson. He had nothing to do with the situation. Just a complete random standbyer. And this dude lost his life really for no reason. Honestly, and people in the comments going womp womp, bye bitch, ho shut up. What? There are some fucking crazy ass people on the internet. I don't get it. Why Wait. All my sympathy and support for Ryan's father. Enough is enough. Stop this negrophobia. You have to be a brainless idiot to horizontalize murder and robbery. Poor racist America, your ghost will haunt you forever. So are you saying that we shouldn't, I guess he's trying to say that you shouldn't shoot someone that's in a car, a stolen car, Well, I'm pretty sure a lot of people will agree with you, but a lot of people are saying that he had, well, not a lot of people. The police were saying he has a gun on him, and then they shoot him. And it's really blurry and obscure, and you can't really see it. But I'm just waiting for the full investigation on everything, like I said earlier. This is one of the posts that I saw, which was completely just astounding and amazing. All right, of course, got the Palestine flag. almost said another word. Of course, Palestine flag. I think the red triangle is like something to do with down with capitalism, I believe, and the hammer and sickle, which is obviously down with capitalism. But this is what this white broad had to say. Free Rodney Hinton. When cops kill a black person, they walk. Unless you're Derek Chauvin, of course, even though a lot of people are like, yeah, that was a fentanyl overdose, but whatever. But when their violence is reciprocated by grief of a father who has lost a child at the hand of a cop, he is charged and locked away. He ran over a random guy who had nothing to do with the situation. These people, they do no research. I can't stand it. This cannot be reformed. Abolish the police and the systems that uphold them. I love it. I love white women like this. Oh my God. White women like this are my favorite because they are the retards that do not understand or they don't do any research. They just espouse other dumb shit that they hear their white friends or their black educated college woke friends tell them. And they don't care that a vast majority of black people who live in these neighborhoods, they beg for the police to be there almost every single time. After the BLM riots, they were just saying, why would you want to get rid of the police? We want more police. And all these black bloc, Antifas, BLM, they went into like black neighborhoods and destroyed them. They weren't going to the white neighborhoods. They're going to the black neighborhoods. But when you go up to the mayors who were cheering it on, the mayors, the lawyers, and all these other people, they were saying, "Oh, don't come to our neighborhoods," or they would actually get the police to turn the riot around and to go somewhere else to protect their houses. Such pieces of human shit, dude. It's another one here. Rodney Hinton Jr. is an American hero. 30 pigs couldn't break this man, and this walk down is the coldest I've ever seen in history. This is celebrating failure. What the fuck did you accomplish? What a black kid was out there not doing the most noble thing, sitting in someone else's car that he had no right to be in, had a weapon that should have been on him. He was 18 years old, so he was a grown-ass man, but I've heard a news report saying that he wasn't in school, so he probably was about to graduate, but just didn't give a fuck. I'm making a lot of assumptions here, but it's just like with the whole story around it, it's just like, this kid was out there doing the dumbest shit. And like with more evidence, like there's a new story that just came out where there were a bunch of teenagers doing these ding dong ditch pranks for TikTok. And when you hear more and more information about the situation, now the whole story ends up with one of the kids, actually I believe two of the kids got shot. One of them actually did die. Now the kids were going out, they were doing like a ding dong ditch prank, and they're seniors, which one, they're way too old to be playing that game. I stopped playing it when I was like 10. Two, they were doing it at 3 o'clock in the morning. So if someone's ringing your doorbell at 3 a.m. or someone's on your property at 3 o'clock in the morning, they're either there to rob you or to destroy your property, and neither one of them are good. So with those two pieces of information, that you're trying to do a TikTok prank at 3 o'clock in the morning, and you're almost an adult, I'm going to say, yeah, you're probably trying to rob the place, and your TikTok or it's a prank bro was your little excuse. That is my opinion. I don't know. It could be a lot more information comes out, and I could be wrong. But yeah, everything screams to me is that there was just a bunch of kids doing stupid shit, and they could probably have been recording it for a TikTok, which is still, regardless, you shouldn't even, why are you doing that at 3 o'clock in the morning? Because people have already been out there trying to do dumb shit, playing in front of people's faces. This is a prank, and end up really getting shot. Another one, Rodney Hinton Jr. is a hero. Just found out he killed a pig that murdered his son, which is not even true. It's not even true. Like, if he went out and he ran over the guy who actually did shoot his son, it would have made sense. Like, logically, it would make sense. But him just going out and just running over a random guy that was a police officer, it just doesn't. That the only thing that you have connecting it is one person was a cop and another person was a cop, and that is absolutely it. And it's just awful to see. And it's just, I don't know how people praise it. And they have hammer and sickle with Cobra Commander on it. Even better knowing it was an Ohio Hamilton County pig. They super racist, dumb Ohio cops. Well, you're fucking retarded because you can't really use grammar correctly. They super racist, dumb Ohio cops. It is astounding how evil some people could be. It is wild, dude. Now, another thing that people don't realize is the family of the person who commits an act or who gets shot or who's caught in this body cam. No one really thinks about them because they have to sit there and defend or live with the stupid shit that you do. Now, they have to go and they have to bury he has to go and bury his grandson because he was out there. I'm just going to say, I already know he was out there doing some stupid shit. And it's unfortunate. He was not even the age of 20, just like Carmelo Anthony. These people, they go out here and they do really stupid things with barely any life experiences, and they ruin it completely. They either spend numerous years in jail and they get out, they can't get a job, or they completely end their lives and it just stops there. And it always astounds me. I went a few weeks ago, about a month ago, I sat down and I listened to a whole biography on Biggie Smalls and Tupac because I didn't really know. I know a lot of their music, but I was born right after both of their murders. And so I grew up with the music, but I didn't understand the entire dichotomy before everything. And it's crazy how much of a short time span all of that was going on. It was like a 4-year, I don't think it even lasted half a decade. It was like a 4-year time span where it was just all this beef and stupid shit was going on, and you have two of the greatest artists of all time losing their lives before the age of 25. I believe Biggie was 25 at the time where he died, and Tupac was 24. And like they were the biggest hip hop stars like at the time, but like what life experiences had they had? Like Biggie, he did have, I believe he has 2 kids or had 2 kids, like a daughter. But it is just so wild what people are doing. Just like in this, the father, the Rodney Hinton. I feel I'm sorry that this happened to his son, but like, who was watching him? I know he's 18 years old. He's a grown man, but this is not something that he just stumbled upon one day. He was probably doing this for a while, and we all know what the whole thing with fathers in the black community, and I guess he was in his life, but he still went down a bad path. I don't know. It is just like a really sad situation, and this going into the Carmelo Anthony, all it does, it just adds fuel to the fire. And look at this. I don't understand how people find this is funny. I don't know why people find this shit funny. I don't know if the internet is just destroying people's brains, man. Yeah, like I was asking, what is the solve? What did you solve? We didn't do anything. One life was completely ended for doing stupid things. In my opinion, but I don't know. It could come out that this guy didn't have a gun on him, or it could have been like a BB gun. Well, even if it was a BB gun, they would still have shot him because they would perceive it as a real gun. But it's just sad, and this is just gonna keep getting worse and worse. Oh, I almost forgot. This is a screenshot. This might be real. I don't know. Wait, I don't know if this is real, but I could probably try to find it. Like, oh, it should exist. Let me see. because it looks like they've made a GoFundMe for him. Nope, it's right here. Nope. Wait, black people, for now on, when race soldiers, white supremacists, and friends unjustly murder our family members, we find them when we blow their brains out. God is in us to punish the wicked. The New Testament does not replace the Old Testament. For those whose conscience may be stuck on the white version of Jesus, look to the animal kingdom reality. Our universe is created justice, not white people. It's just... what the fuck is going on? It is just, and people in the money is just adding fuel onto the fire. Giving 30 grand to a guy who just ran over his son. Was supposedly he was allegedly a criminal, sitting in a stolen car, just doing the most niggerish things. Probably stole it from another black person. Had a gun on him. Got shot by the police, which is, I will say, it's sad. I hate hearing about it constantly. And then his father goes out and he does something else. I would say worse, at least with the stolen car. He could drive it around and do things with it. Running over a random guy. It didn't solve anything. It did give him a bunch of money, because I remember seeing this on someone I know on Facebook shared it, and it was like, oh my God, we need to get him money for his commissary. And this, so it looks like his sister made it. I don't know. Yes, my brother lost his son in the hands of the police, but we are very positive of the faith of justice to serve. This is for Rodney. He needs our help with the prayers. Anything he could donate. I don't get it. And yeah, you could also say, like, the guy, he had a massive mental breakdown, which I could understand in a way, but like, this is another thing. I saw another video earlier. It was on Twitter. A lot of people don't have self-accountability, especially for their children, especially. And I want to do a video that I saw recently, and I do want to talk about that. It's a little body cam video. Nothing too crazy. No shooting or, well, it's kind of wild, but it's not nothing too crazy. But yeah, guys, I think that's all from me. It is just so frustrating and wild to see what people really think and what they're willing to. They do absolutely no research. They just hear guy was shot by the police and was killed. That's wrong. Well, his father went out and he ran over another police officer. Yeah. What the fuck did you solve? It's just everyone on. This is literally like the lesson in The Last of Us 2 was trying to teach, but they were just shoving down trans kids and buff-looking lesbian women, and they adapted it into a television show, and it looks like no one fucking likes it there either. So I think that's all I'm gonna say on this. I know I was trying to be a little jokey at the end, but like, yeah, this situation is just not. It's just not cool. All right, I'll see you.